Hey everybody, hey there, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about All the Queen's Men, Season 1, Episode 9, Balls to the Wall. I don't know whose balls was to the wall, but I know them balls was on people's behinds and backs and fronts and all over the place. Balls was everywhere. So I don't know what it was. But anyway, if somebody know what that title means, please put it down in the comment section. Anywho, before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section. Thanks for holding my channel down. I appreciate all my subscribers and commenters. Love you all. And if you have not as of yet subscribed to Barbie J's channel, which is June BLC, please take a moment and do it right now. I'm going to do that TikTok. Okay, time is up. You should have hit the subscribe button by now. Anyway, let's get started with this recap. Okay, I know this show came out back in September, October, whatever. But anyway, some people do still watch it. And this episode was pretty good because it was about Madam and Blue. They paying a visit to Miss Patrice Ellis about her son, Terry. He's having, he had 3 guys jump Amp. You know, in the last episode, they jumped him when he came out of the nightclub. So Miss Terry, you know, Miss Ellis is acting like, please, I don't even give a hoot about your nephew getting some bumps and scratches and stuff. And she walked away, and Blue was like, look, we going to discuss this now, or we going to discuss it at your son Terry's funeral. She stopped and said, say what? This little old lady turned back and said, who are you? Blue was like, Blue? Madam's head of security. She's like, Madam? She said, the Madam Cadillac's daughter? She said, yes, that's the one. And she was like, well, you know, she was up in her feelings. And you know how people are when they lose a loved one. You know, you can't blame them, but she's like, you need to talk to your son, all right? So she letting him know, she let Miss, you know, Ellis know that, I keep saying Ellis, I'm right. She said, my nephew made a horrible mistake, a terrible mistake years ago. And she was like, he paid his time. He paid his time. She said, now I'm not here to ask you to forgive him because that's between you and God. She said, but I'd hate to have to bury your son next to your daughter. I said, oh, the lady looked at her like, what you say? She said, so this is the final warning. Tell your son to stop it and let it go. So when her and Blue are leaving, the son Terry pulls up and he's looking at them through the window, and she looking at him, looking at him like, don't mess with my nephew no more, you know. So anyway, he gets out the car. Ma, you okay? And she said, son, you need to drop it. He's like, nah, Ma, I take care of it. She said, no, drop it. She said, Madam is Satan's sister. She said, I knew her father. He was a hustler and a killer, and she's worse than him. She said, she will kill you with a smile on her face. I said, ooh, Satan's sister. I didn't even know Satan had a sister. This is some deep stuff. Next, you're going to tell me she's Satan's wife, you know? Anyway, the next thing you see is Madam and Blue sitting in the car. And they see Roman go into his car. And they open the door to go. And Roman trying to hurry up and run and stuff. You know, he tried to get his car started. And Blue got there. And they confronted him because he still owed her that $50,000. And she said, now, what am I about to say to you? This is Madam. And he's like, he said what he thinks she's about to say. She said, you right about that. And then she told him, I forgot what she said to him, but the next thing you know, bam, she shot him. She shot him. It looked like in his knee, you heard him scream. She said, now give me my goddamn money. Don't mess with me. So I thought that was funny because he was like trying to get the car started. He couldn't even get, you know how you be trying to get the car started quick? It was too late. Then Amp and Dime, they out eating and they having a heart-to-heart, you know, about a chapter in their lives. And she wants to know why he was jumped that night before, what it was all about. And so he told her about being drunk and dating those people, this guy Terry's sister, Shannon, and stuff. And it was vehicular manslaughter plus driving while intoxicated. So it was 9 to 15-year prison sentence, and he got 9 years and had to do the last year in the house. I guess that halfway house that he's in. So then Dime shared about her life, a story, how she used to be an exotic dancer and how she went to one of her regulars' house and how the regular, she almost got raped by him. You know, she didn't think she had to worry because he was such a nice guy. And she did have to worry and she had to fight him off. And after that, she needed to find a job. And the only skill she had was as an exotic dancer. And Madam was the only one who gave her a chance. You know, so that's why she's grateful to Madam. Now then we see Doc and Doc and Midnight. They sitting in the car getting high, look like. And they watching Trouble get her ass beat. You know, Trouble didn't listen to Blue the night before telling her not to mess with that guy's girlfriend, and how she liked to make him jealous. And then he comes back and whoops the butt of whoever she flirted with. So they in the car watching her getting beat up and stuff. She was holding her own for a little bit, but then after that, she couldn't handle it. So he said, are we going to do something? He said, I'm already there. And they went out there and got the guys up off of her. And then instead of her being grateful, she starts cursing at them like, get the fuck out of here. I can handle myself and all this stuff. They said, well, let us call them back so they could continue whooping your ass, you know, because she was acting all hard and tough. But then she admitted, you know, I'm sorry. I never had anybody, you know, stand up for me and do anything, you know, treat me and, you know, just help her. She's always had to fight for herself. So he said, here we're family, you know, Midnight was saying, we're family here and we look out for each other. Okay. So that was a cool little moment. Then once they're inside, Madam introduces Trouble to the guys and says she would be a regular. And so they trying to find out, you know, any questions, do we have to treat her any special way or something like that? And she's like, basically, you know, you could treat her the way you treat each other. But he was like, Face was like, where's she going to get dressed? And she's like, was it Face or Midnight? Well, it don't matter. Where's she going to get dressed? She said, I seen Dick before. He said, you might have one. It was Face. They started laughing. She said, don't make me get Pretty Boy. She called him Pretty Boy. Don't make me smack you in the face and get fired on my first day. Oh, don't let me get fired on my first day for smacking you in the face and stuff. So they were like, ooh, you know, it was funny. But I guess she gonna fit right in. So the guys were getting ready to go to Miss Tandy's house. And she said the amateurs, which is, you know, what's her name? Trouble. And the gang, they all gonna hold it down, you know, at the club. And it is a Sunday, so you know, Sundays usually a little slow at certain types of clubs. So they get to Miss Tandy's house, and Madam and Miss Tandy are having a chat. And Miss Tandy is just like showing off her home. You know, she's like far from being humble. She's like, I work too hard to be humble about this. She said, you know, you like this shit. Don't try to act like it don't impress you and all that stuff. She said, it's very nice, you know. So Miss Tandy was acting like she was all that in a bag of chips, you know. So then she told her that, you know, you need to probably lay back some. Your name is coming up in all the wrong circles. That's what she's telling Madam. And Madam is like, so are yours. She said, oh, but my circles hold power. I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. So they went back and forth with a little bit. And I was like, okay, Miss Tandy, you just a bit too much. So she's like, well, let me go now and just look after my guests, because she was having a divorcee party. I had a divorce party. My divorce party was fun. It wasn't no strippers, but it was fun. So anyway, so she goes over there. Who was it? Madam goes over there and tell the guys that the divorcee's going to be the one with the tiara on. Dumbass Midnight don't even know what a tiara is. I was like, no, you don't. They said, at a beauty pageant, the sparkly little glitter thing. He's like, I ain't never been no beauty pageant. How am I supposed to know? Damn, everybody's seen one on TV. Come on. I was like, damn, he dumb. So before Madam leaves, she chats with Dime, for a minute and about Amp and stuff. And then their relationship and about how they going to handle tonight, that is, And, what's her name? Diamond trying to act like what? She said, stop trying to act like you don't like my nephew. She said, I do. She said, look, he going to do his thing and I'm going to do my thing. He going to be over in his area. I'm going to be in my area. Because Diamond was doing the music and stuff. She was DJing. And so she also tells Madam that Amp shared what happened to him in prison. Why he went to prison. And Madam lets her know he's a good guy. He's a good guy. And you could tell. She said, yeah, he seems that way. And she said, he told me about what happened the night before. And she said, you don't have to worry about that. That will not happen again. Because y'all know she paid a visit to Miss Ellis. So Miss Ellis know not to mess with her nephew and to put her son in check, Anyway, so the guys dance. They start dancing, and Miss Tandy is like got Amp in her face and stuff, and she's telling Dime to come over and spank his ass, spank it. She said, "Here, go pow, go pow," and so Dime had to come over from the DJ booth and hit it, pow. Amp was enjoying that though anyway, but Miss Tandy was just like, "Come on, do this, do that," Then she asks Midnight, she want a little something extra, how much it's going to cost for something extra and stuff. And, and he said, how much you think I'm worth or something like that. And she said, oh, Lord, you want me to guess? She said, well, is there a bottom? He said, 500 is the bottom. I said, oh, because y'all know what extra is. A little, let me stop. And so he gave her reasons why. They pointed to El Fuego, and he said something about him, and they pointed to Doc, and he said some excuse. He said, what about Babyface? She said, oh, yeah, Babyface, I could do him all night. So Babyface and him made extra, because she told me, it's going to take a couple of y'all to handle me and the divorcee, And I said, oh, little hoe, you better stop. So they laid into them, and they effed them all night long. Up and down. At 1 minute, Midnight didn't know what a tiara was, but he was wearing it at one moment. I cracked up. Had that big chick wearing her out. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But it's funny because the divorcee was like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't want to do this. And so she said, here, girl, smoke this. This was before they did it. Smoke this. You need to smoke this. She said, because I'm about to teach you how to get over one man by getting under another. And she let them men wear her out. But I know Madam had told them, those of you who gonna go the extra mile, y'all make sure y'all have condoms. I said, I hear that. I'm bringing no disease back into my club. In the meantime, Aunt wants to leave due to all the drugs and alcohol around, and he was going to catch a cab or something like that. And, Dime said, if you just wait for me, I'll drive you home. But she said she had to stay to the end. So that's what she had to do. And she told him he could wait in the car. He said, look, I've been in prison all this time. I don't want to wait in the car. I could wait on the curb. She's like, suit yourself. Wait on the curb, But when they leave, when everything is over, Amp is questioning his, his job as an exotic dancer. And he's asking Dime's, opinion, and he's like, these houses, they don't have no rules. And he don't want to be around the drugs. What happened if you end up at the wrong party? She said, it's happened. People have ended up at the wrong party. But, so he's thinking about it. He don't know. But she said, look, you got bills to pay. Keep yourself, keep your mind set of what you will do and won't do, rules for yourself, and follow those while you make your money. That's it. And he said, always drop in some good information. Thank you, Then we got the concierge showing up to Madam's house, you know, unannounced, of course. And she just answers the door in this little black negligee type outfit. But it's not a negligee because it don't come all the way down. The jacket came down. But it was like, you know, the thong and the booty, the bodysuit type thing. I said, and lacy. And she just answers the door. And he's like, forgive me for showing up unannounced and stuff. And, you know, he was saying how when she took out that man, she took out a major part of their scheme. And, you know, and as long as that's happening, that part is missing, they losing money and they need that part put in. So they basically need an answer for her if she going to help. So what she did is gave her terms on doing business with the family. And he was like, wow, you totally a businesswoman, you know. So he said, you know, I'm sure it won't be a problem with the family, your terms, but I'd like to confirm with them first before getting anything going. And she's like, okay. She said, now can you leave because I have a nice hot some kind of red wine waiting for me, a full body red wine. I was like, girl, please stop. Y'all trying too hard now. You know, just tell them deuces, be out, you know. And then it ended with not midnight. What's his name? Doc getting a call from Tina. So he goes to hook up with Tina and he gets there to the hotel because he kept saying it better not be nothing. You better not be setting me up. And he checks the room with a bugging device to make sure he looking indoors and closet. She said, what are you doing? I'm making sure you're not setting me up. That's what I'm doing. So they start to make out, you know, she took off her robe and she was butt naked and stuff. And they start making out, kissing. And she goes down on him. And he's like, his clothes ain't even off yet. Just his pants, I guess, are down. And he's like, oh, like she giving him head. And she picks up a knife and put it to his penis. I said, no, she didn't. That chick is losing her damn mind. And she's like, you keep lying to me. You told me you always be with me. And now you got some whore pregnant. She done had a baby by you. And we all know it. And I'm sitting there going, how does she know that? She ain't been to the club. He don't even know that for sure. He just found out last episode that it might be. They never even showed us that he got any kind of proof that it was definitely his child. So I'm sitting there going, how does Tina know? She talking about we all know. So all the women at the club hang out together. So it was weird to me. I'm still like, how? But he was like, yo, Tina, what you doing? Take it easy. You know, that's sharp now. Cool, chill. And she was like, you this and you that. He was like, no, Tina, no. She said, I'm going to cut this shit off. He said, no, Tina, no. And he shot her. He had a gun and shot her ass, pow, in the head. She died the same way her husband did. I said, oh, my God. And it went off like that with blood splattered everywhere. It was crazy. So that was how that episode went. Let me know how you feel about it. We only got one more episode left, episode 10, and it's a good one, y'all. It's a good one, and I'm trying to figure out how Madam gonna get back from that. So, y'all, if you haven't seen it or you just want to wait for my recap review, you gonna do that, okay? But let me know down in the comment section what you think about this episode and if I missed anything. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.